All right, to schools now, where a day after the teachers' strike was called off, learning simply did not take place in most places. Now, the schools are officially closed according to a government directive, but some teachers and pupils somehow went to school. KTN's Rita Tinina has been following the story all day and now joins us live from our city center studios. Rita, it's a very confusing day at school, would you say?
Yes, indeed, Smart. Well, the strike is off. Schools are officially closed, but a very confused picture in most parts of the country. In some schools, there were teachers without pupils. In others, pupils without teachers. In some schools, a bit of teaching went on. Overall, a very confusing day it was in most public primary schools throughout the country. Take a look.
After a 23-day strike by teachers, the government's directive to close all public primary schools and the decision to call off the strike by the Kenya National Union of Teachers has thrown schools into confusion.
The situation is a bit confusing because the attendance is not all that good.
Teachers, pupils and parents caught between whose word to take, the government's or not.
We are here to obey our union. Why? Because while we are on strike, we have been insisting that only the union will direct us.
At the DEB primary school in Bungoma, teachers reported to work. The pupils too are in school early. Teaching resumed despite the government's directive on the closure of schools. In Kisumu, at the MM Shah Primary School, pupils reported back to school, but their teachers were nowhere to be seen. The pupils took matters into their own hands. In some schools, neither pupils nor their teachers were in sight. In Kiambu County, at the Ndumberi Primary School, pupils who reported back to school took time to play as others tried to make up for lost time. Here, more than half of the pupils did not show up, just like their teachers. In most schools in Meru County, pupils were back in class, but their teachers were missing in action.
Niliamka asubuhi 5:30 nikuja shule kusoma na walimu bado hawajafika, ni mwalimu mmoja tu ako shule.
Many pupils were forced to go back home after waiting for their teachers who did not show up, and some standard 8 pupils have a message for the government.
Mr. President, get this from us clear. We are not happy at all.
Education Cabinet Secretary Professor Jacob Kaimenyi on Wednesday said the government will ensure adequate arrangements are made to address the situation for KCPE candidates.
KCP comes once, and they will not set KCP easy because we were not at school.
With pupils having lost 3 weeks of teaching time, analysts say the candidates may not have a level playing field in the national exams with pupils in private schools. As the government seeks ways to make up for lost time, the education calendar may be disrupted yet again, the second time in as many years. Last year, the government postponed the commencement dates for national exams due to the teachers' strike. Only months after the calendar normalized, it may be back to square one again.